Hello, dear viewers and listeners. My name is Monica Kuzminskaite. I'm a health and nutrition psychologist, and this is my podcast, Spoonful of Reason. Since we talk about prebiotics and probiotics, let's clarify again what each is. Probiotics are bacteria that benefit the human body, such as Bifidobacteria and Lactobacilli. Prebiotics are food sources for those bacteria. Now it's time for probiotics. In 2013, the term psychobiotics was introduced. This refers to microorganisms that colonize our bodies and are beneficial to mental health. At the time the term was introduced, they helped improve the condition of psychiatric patients. We now know that the microorganisms living in the gut, our microbiota, communicate directly with the brain via vagus nerve, also by producing the substances necessary for neural communication, neurotransmitters, and their raw materials or precursors, such as dopamine, serotonin, gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, and by influencing the HPA axis, the system connecting hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the adrenal glands, which regulates the response to chronic stress and cortisol production. Probiotics, live beneficial bacteria, primarily enter the body through food. The most important sources are the fermented foods such as kefir, which contains as many as 60 different types of bacteria, also yogurt, but please check the label to make sure it contains live bacteria, fermented vegetables, or traditional sauerkraut or pickles or kimchi. They must be unpasteurized and stored in refrigerators at the store. Also kombucha, miso, and tempeh. Um, Scientists agree that it is difficult to assess or pinpoint which exactly the species of microbacteria, of microbes, live in all of the food sources because they mix and mingle, and one batch of kefir might have one set of bacteria while another might have another, just because they populate in the substance as they see fit. So if for some reason you need a very specific bacteria type, then it's better to switch to supplements. And this is, of course, important for the scientific studies. For daily consumption, I think it is just enough to consume the foods that will contain small amounts of different bacteria, and the higher the variety in the gut, the better off we are. So, additional bacteria, if needed, can be obtained through specialized supplements. When choosing supplements, it is important to consider the CFU number. CFU means colony forming units, and this count should be somewhere between 10 and 50 billion. Higher concentrations may be used for therapeutic purposes. Also, make sure the supplements are specially protected so they break down only in the intestine. Stomach acid is very aggressive. Unprotected bacteria will die either there or in the equally aggressive alkaline environment in the duodenum. Finally, we already have plenty of bacteria. We just need to feed them properly. For that, as I hope you remember, you need prebiotics. Leeks, onions, garlic, chicory, oats, unripe bananas, gelusima, artichokes, legumes, dark chocolate, green tea, and berries. The results of recent studies show that probiotics have varying effects on mental health. In cases of depression, they provide significant relief, while for anxiety disorders, the results vary widely. They may be negligible, while for certain groups where anxiety, for example, co-occurs with depression or chronic stress, they can still be highly effective. Specifically regarding probiotics, it cannot be claimed that one should take something in the hope of achieving a specific result. 2026 study highlights that bacterial species Lactobacillus rhamnosus, Bifidobacterium longum, and Lactobacillus gasseri have specific benefits for different conditions. Research also is being conducted on, help me Latin gods, Fecalibacterium prausnitzii and Akkermansia municiphala, with the expectation of positive results in treating inflammation and depression. So it might be that some specific bacteria perform some specific actions But given that we will always get a big number of them in any of the probiotic food that we will consume, let's just focus on nutrition. Um, in studies examining how gut bacteria, or probiotics, break down the dietary fiber, prebiotics, their primary focus is currently on short-chain fatty acids, which are believed to strengthen the blood-brain barrier and prevent the spread of inflammation to the brain. So here is a reminder of what you should do to take care of your little ones. It is best to choose natural sources of prebiotics and probiotics rather than supplements. It will be more effective and significantly cheaper. Don't view changes to your diet as magic pills, which don't exist anyway. Change your diet slowly and systematically, allowing your taste buds and gut microbiota to adapt and new habits to form. If it seems like you can't eat everything that's recommended, prioritize prebiotics, food for bacteria, to nourish the bacteria that you already have. That's all the Latin and chemistry that I had for this week on probiotics. My name is Monica Kuzminskaite. I'm health and nutrition psychologist. I write, I give lectures, and I provide psychological counseling. You will find the link to register for my counseling session in the comment of each post, and you will find my posts in social media, searching either for my name or for keyword Spoonful of Reason. If you have any comments, please send them my way. I'll try my best to respond to them and answer your questions. And meanwhile, wishing all of you peace.